they can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Don't know if you've had a chance to see a video that has been going viral over the past hour or so. We're still working to clear it and show it. In fact, the Hollywood celebrity who posted it has now deleted it, I think because probably she faced a lot of backlash for it, noting even the New York Times and Fox News polls show that a majority of American respondents are in favor of deportations of criminals and gang members. She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, all my people are getting attacked, with a picture of a Mexican flag. Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on terrorist watch lists. We have 250,000 Americans dying from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation.
All right. Did you see that? Did you see Selena Gomez crying like, she lost a family member or something, saying she don't know what to do. Her people are being attacked. These highly weird celebrities are a trip. They sit in their mansions in isolated and secluded areas with with a lot of guards. And then they virtue signal on everybody about, just how sanctimonious they are and how fabulous they are because they eat a soy, they drink soy milk and, they don't eat any food with a face and they project that crap. And then you hear stuff like P. Diddy and these parties that allegedly Selena Gomez have been at too, while she's crying about illegal immigrants being kicked out of the country and not even just average illegal immigrants. They're going after the murderers, the rapists, those that are violent criminals first. So Selena Gomez embarrassed herself, and she actually has deleted that because the backlash was outrageous. But now we got the cackling hens on The View. So let's see what type of race-baiting, virtue signaling is going to come from these women. I don't even know how this show is still on television. They got all types of lawsuits going against them right now. Allegedly, Melania Trump. Allegedly, Carrie Underwood. Allegedly, these are the lawsuits that are going on behind the scenes. Elon Musk. And we talking about some heavy hitters. All 3 of those names are heavy hitters. These are reputable people that can reach out and touch someone as far as we're getting great legal representation and making things happen. We already saw that Trump got a defamation lawsuit settlement of $15 million. Then CNN just lost that big lawsuit to the Navy veteran who they defamed his name. Last name was Young. His first name will come to me. And I don't see how there's not many more. But let's get into check out what the cackling hens of The View had to say about the mass deportation campaign that Tom Homan is leading under the direction of President Trump.
This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally. But after you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship. So that it's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it. But over time, you give people an opportunity. Now, it only works, though, if you do all the pieces. I think the American people, they appreciate and believe in immigration. But they can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it. So we've got to deal with that at the same time as we deal in a humane fashion with folks who have put down roots here, have become our neighbors, have become our friends. They may have children who are U.S. citizens. That's the kind of comprehensive approach that we have to take. All right?
Now, nobody had a problem with it when it was Obama saying that. Nobody had an issue. But now that Trump wants to secure the border, there's all of this fake outrage. These people make me sick.
When you look at these flights where they are deporting people back to their origin nation, we don't know who they are, and that's where I'd like to see more transparency. If indeed, right now, everyone on these flights is a violent criminal, I think we can all agree everyone thinks they should leave the country. We were saying that this morning. It's common sense.
But yet nobody ever cared. They didn't care about who these people were when they were coming in. Nobody was concerned about all of the gotaways and the unvetted people that came across the border by the millions. But now all of a sudden, they want this detailed accounting from President Trump. Amazing.
What I'd say is this when we talk about this issue. Most nations on earth deal with the question of how to secure their border and how many migrants to take in. It's not uniquely American. It's not xenophobic to simply care about it. There's national security imperatives. There's economic imperatives. And what we're seeing now, what matters to me is how it's done, that it's done humanely and safely, and that we're prioritizing the people who shouldn't be here. So again, people who've committed offenses against people. But also, I think that it's important that we contextualize it, because to Sarah's point, in Obama's first term, 3 million people were deported. That's much slower than what Trump's on pace to do right now. And
3 million people under Obama. No boo-hoo whining and crying. Nobody saying, oh, how bad that was and how inhumane that was at all. Nobody saying anything on that Democrat side. He was known as the deporter-in-chief.
I'd finally say that I think that America is supposed to be a shining city on a hill. I think that we're a place that welcomes migrants. We're stronger for it. But we should prioritize people like refugees. Right now, there's 1,600 Afghans who helped assist us in this war who are on pause under the Trump administration from coming in. Those are the people who need to come first, not economic migrants. We can't house everyone. We can't bring everyone here. But people who helped our country and are fleeing for their lives should always be able to have a place
Be protected,
here.
yeah.
We were talking about the start of the nationwide immigration raid, and I was, sweepingly pointing to Sunny Hostin because her face was saying something I felt she wanted to say verbally.
Yeah. I to answer your question, which is this the immigration fix that this country wanted? I think absolutely there are certain people that wanted to see this kind of pain and destruction for a certain group or type of immigrant. Because if you look at the numbers, yes, the number of immigrants that come from Mexico or Mexican-born are the largest. But the next largest are Asians. 28% of them come. I don't think they walk across the southern border. I think they come by plane. The next largest are Europeans. I don't think they walk.
This lady is she don't get it. Thousands came walking across the southern border. It's on video, Sonny. Using what's called coyote, Sonny. All Asians don't live in Asia, Sonny. And see, this why there's more of this Hollywood crap. This woman sits up here and acts all pompous while her freaking husband has been indicted in one of the biggest RICO fraud cases in New York State history. And then she has the nerve to get on here every day acting like she's just, holier than thou and dissing President Trump when her husband's a freaking crook. And you know who's the reason why one of the reasons or could be adding to how he's going to be prosecuted? Her own freaking big mouth. We're on the show. She said he does surgeries on people that the insurance company does not cover. And guess what? That's exactly in his indictment for his fraud under his surgeries and operations, where he's doing procedures on people that's not covered, not necessarily even necessary. He's doing them. The insurance doesn't want to cover it because it's not necessary. It's not covered. They sue. And to avoid a big whoopla, they end up settling. And due to that, all these kickbacks and all of this stuff was in play. So this woman she really has the nerve. I'm waiting on Disney and ABC to let her go.
Well,
they already cut her pay.
I'm just saying immigrants, right?
Oh, not undocumented, though.
A lot of them are undocumented, actually.
But that's not the stat for being.
But a lot of them
come by plane and they overstay their visas.
They overstay their visas. They overstay their visas, so they're undocumented. The Europeans that come here that overstay their visas are undocumented, but they don't come across the southern border.
That is not.
So I think there's a very clear message.
That is not the same as undocumented. Undocumented, these folks have zero, nothing. The other folks applied for a visa, was approved. Now, they may have overstayed it, but they're documented. This just insane, the backflips and the stretching they do to try to tie things together.
Message as to what this president wants the look of a criminal migrant to look like, what an undocumented migrant. And I think that's racist. Let me also say,
the good old playbook, and I'm a black man if you couldn't tell, but I'm so sick of these Democrats. When they cannot articulate a valid reason, they turn to race. Now, we know, like she stated, majority of the illegal immigrants are coming from Mexico. The bulk of them are coming from Spanish, from South America, which is predominantly Hispanic. So how can President Trump be trying to create a look of what an illegal immigrant looks like when the bulk of the illegal immigrants are Hispanic? And the clips and stuff I've seen, they've showed some people from the Congo. They've shown some Asians. They've shown some European. Listen, the race, this is exactly why the Democrats lost. People are sick of the race hustling, virtue signaling BS.
That, in my view, he has circumvented established law by weaponizing the U.S. military.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
Generally, before being deported, you have an asylum case pending in front of a court, and you must appear in front of that judge. Right now, there are 3 million asylum cases and 900 judges. That is why the bipartisan bill that was going to be passed addressed that particular issue. Instead of dealing with it legally in that way, and I'm not saying he's doing it illegally, what he did was declared a national emergency that qualifies as a foreign invasion. And by doing...
Well, that's what it is, Sonny. It's a foreign invasion. Now, she just said we got 3 million asylum cases and 900 judges. Do you realize how long that would take? And you're here illegally. What are we talking about due process on illegal immigrants for? You violated the law. You broke the law when you got here, and now you want due process?
On the U.S.-Mexico border, not any other border. And that cleared the way for the Department of Defense to deploy the military at a 60% increase. I just think that our military members, many of them did not join the military to do that job. And let me say just finally that they are also racially profiling in doing this. In Newark, New Jersey.
I can't take it anymore. I just can't. I can't. They're racially profiling, going after criminals who are undocumented or here illegally from predominantly Hispanic, or like she say, Mexico, that have committed crimes, that have hurt, that have killed, that have raped people. But this is racist. But when Obama did it, was it racist? When Obama deported Hispanic people, was it racial profiling? These people make me sick. And then she said, I don't think our military signed up to do that. To do what, Sonny? To protect the American sovereignty, to protect the borders, to protect us from enemies, foreign and domestic, while she lives up in her $10 million mansion with her fraud committing unnecessary surgery having husband. She's going to sit there, and she has no data to back up any of the crap that she says. What she does, she'll take a small data point and try to make it stretch. It's like when she was talking about the undocumented, and Alyssa Fair Griffin said, well, you know, what stat are you talking about? What she was talking about Europeans. Her big thing she was trying to get at was that there are Europeans here, undocumented, and nobody's going after them. Yeah, but if they commit a crime, I'm pretty sure they're out of here. I'm pretty sure they're out of here. And I don't think millions of Europeans came here to America.